Hey everybody, welcome to the Book Nook. Today we're going to talk about my past, present, and future of books. What I've read, what I'm going to read, book stuff. That's what's happening. Alright, so recently I finished quite a few books. I read Wrath I Gotta Sing by Maya Dean, and that book was okay. I enjoyed the story, but there was some stuff in it that I was like, really? I mean, did I really need to know about, here, let me give you a couple of bullet points. Helen of Troy, a-hole, dolphins, perverts, horse diarrhea. Did I really need to hear about that? No. And Achilles has the worst bloodlust ever. Also, when your whole life you wanted your soul to match your body and your mother finally turns you into the woman you always wanted to be, the first thing you do is go and look for dick immediately. So that was Wrath I Gotta Sing. It was alright. So the next book I read was a 5-star read for me, and this is All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. I feel like everyone should read this book. It is such a poignant and just heartbreaking look at a queer black man's life, and it was so freaking good. It was sweet and it was sad. People need to read stuff like this to have more empathy and to put their freaking feet in other people's shoes and stop just being horrible humans. But that book was really, really touched me. 5-star read, amazing. And then after that, I read Netherland Bone by T. Kingfisher, which was an author I had been hearing about so much. And at first I thought this was gonna be like a fairy tale retelling, but it wasn't. But it had so many elements of like kind of fairy tale stuff going on, you know, like the cast of characters that you're with. So there's these 3 sisters, there's a horrible prince, first sister dies because horrible prince, second sister keeps having babies to stay pregnant because when she's pregnant he doesn't hurt her, but as soon as she has a boy, as there's going to be an heir, he'll probably kill her, so her youngest sister takes it upon herself that she has to go save her sister and kill this prince. So on the way we meet this wild cast of characters. Fairy godmother, Dustwife, who's like this witchy woman. Oh yeah, Dustwife with a demon chicken that travels around with them. There's a bone dog, a dog made of bones, and then Fenris, who they pick up in the Goblin Market. And it's quite the adventure. And I really liked it, and I'm really looking forward to the next T. Kingfisher that I want to read is What Moves the Dead. This comes out this month, and I'm super stoked about it. T. Kingfisher. If you haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet, maybe you should. Next up, I read Bullet Train by Kotaro Isaka. This one, you need to put your action pants on for. And it's gonna be a movie starring Brad Pitt. It comes out, and Sandra Bullock. It comes out August 5th, and it is so much action. There's like 9,000 assassins on one train, and there's like deep underground criminal people. It's freaking ridiculous. And everyone's like hired, but they like, you know, the criminal underlord hired like possibly 3 different people to do one job because he doesn't trust anyone. And like, it's so freaking crazy. I read this book in 2 days. I couldn't even handle it. It was like, you're sitting on the edge of your seat and your adrenaline's going and you're like, what the frick's gonna happen? There's one character in this I hated so much. Does he get his just desserts? Oh, you'll have to, you know, read it and see. But I think this movie's gonna be super fun. Be sure you wear your action pants. Bullet Train. Alright, so that's what I read recently. It was a good reading couple weeks. So then, you know, I had to feed my library craving, right? So we picked up a few more books at the library. The first one we got is Hide by Kirsten White. And I've been hearing all kinds of stuff about it. It's a horror book. Story time with Sam. The challenge. Are you ready? Spend a week in an abandoned amusement park and don't get caught. The prize, enough money to change your flippin' life. Even though everyone's desperate to win, to seize a dream future or escape a haunting past. Mac is sure that she can beat her competitors. Oh, I'm right. All she has to do is hide, and she's an expert at that. Alright. It's the reason she's alive and her family is not. But as the people around her begin to disappear, one by one, Mac realizes that this competition is even more sinister than she imagined, and that together might be the only way to survive. Yes. And then I totally impulse picked up, I got a Star Wars book, Brotherhood by Mike Chen. So I recently read Light Years from Home by Mike Chen. Well, it was probably a few months back. And it was a story about UFO abduction. And I really liked him as an author. And then I saw this, and I like Star Wars, and I like Mike Chen. So I was like, well, let's do it. And I've been watching Obi-Wan too. I haven't finished it yet. I know. I don't watch many things, so it takes me like forever to watch anything. Forever, because I'm more interested in reading. Let's have some more story time with Sin. The Clone Wars have begun. Battle lines are being drawn throughout the galaxy. With every world that joins the Separatists, the peace guarded by the Jedi Order is slipping through their fingers. After an explosion devastates Kato Nemoidia? I don't know how to say that, guys. Sorry. The jewel of the Trade Federation. The Republic is blamed and the fragile neutrality of the planet is threatened. The Jedi dispatch Obi-Wan Kenobi, one of the Order's most gifted diplomatic minds. He finds himself working against the Separatists who hope to draw the planet into their conspiracy. And he senses the sinister hand of Asajj Ventress in the mist and cloak of the planet. Amid the brewing chaos, Anakin Skywalker, that dick, rises to the rank of Jedi Knight. Oh, I guess this is when he was still kind of okay. Despite the mandate that Obi-Wan travel alone, and his former master's insistence that he listen this time, Anakin's headstrong determination means that nothing can stop him from crashing the party and bringing along a promising conflicted youngling. Whatever, Anakin. Why you gotta be such a poop? I mean, what? I don't know anything about what happens to Anakin Skywalker, right? None of us do. Alright, so next up we got Nightcrawling by Layla Motley. And this, apparently, is an Oprah's book club pick. I didn't even know she started her book club up again, because it was, I thought that ended back in the early 2000s. All right, we got Oprah's book club. That means this is probably going to be a pretty kick-butt book. Kiera and her brother Marcus are scraping by in an East Oakland apartment complex, optimistically called the Regal High. Both have dropped out of high school, their family fractured by death in prison. But while Marcus clings to his dream of rap stardom, Kiera hunts for work to pay the rent, which is more than doubled, and to keep the 9-year-old boy next door, abandoned by his mother, safe and fed. One night, what begins as a drunken misunderstanding with a stranger turns into a job Kiera never imagined wanting, but now desperately needs: nightcrawling. Her world breaks open even further when her name surfaces in an investigation that exposes her as a key witness in a massive scandal within the Oakland Police Department. Oprah approved, guys, so heck yeah. The last book I picked up at the library, because why can't I say Brandon Sanderson? I fudge it up. This guy got me. Oh man, so I read Mistborn, the first book in this trilogy, and it was fan-friggin-tastic. It was a 5-star read for me, so of course, you gotta read the next one. So we got The Well of Ascension, and I'm super excited to continue on with this flippin' story. This is another chunky boy. This is probably, out of all these other books, I'm gonna read this one last, because they're a lot smaller. Oh no. 785 pages. These books hold up my reading months so much. And I know, just read 2 books at the same time, but we'll figure it out. So next month I'll read 6 books. It's fine. If I don't read that first, maybe that might be pushed into next month. We'll see. So if you're interested in any of these books, I will have links down below. They are affiliate links, so a little bit goes to me, and then it also goes to supporting independent bookstores. Thank you everyone so much for joining me today in the Book Nook. If you had fun hanging out, boop that like button, come back, see me again, and we'll talk about more bookish things and weird stuff, and lots of bookish stuff. So until next time, we'll see you later. Bye!